Masters Olympia let out in Romania, and we have a new Masters Olympian champion. That's KAMAL ELGARGNI. He looked phenomenal. The top three were KAMAL, 2, Max Charles, and 3, Phil Clahar. Fred Smalls came in 4th, and Ken Jackson came in 5th. We're going to take a look at some picks, but KAMAL really, I mean, for the guy is over 50 at this point. I don't know if he's 51 or 52. The guy looked phenomenal. I don't know anybody at that age that looks that good. I mean, he looked incredible. Let's just take a look at a couple of picks and see what these guys look like. And thank you once again for Ferdinando. So here is, let's see, here is the top 4 guys, top 5. So we got KAMAL right here, Max in 2nd, Phil Clahar in 3rd, here's Fred and Falls, and here is Ken, I believe his name, yeah, Ken Jackson in 5th. So looked for the, listen, these guys, for their age, they looked incredible. I mean, it's almost like they stand the test of time. I mean, don't get me wrong, right? KAMAL would probably not do good in, he'd probably hold his own in a local 212. No, these guys aren't what they used to be, but they really hold on to their muscle and their conditioning. You could tell KAMAL's legs are a little bit undersized from what he was, 5-7 years ago. But that being said, these guys looked amazing. Look at this. This is KAMAL competing. I mean, he came in diced. Look at that. This guy's 50-something years old. Came in diced, shredded. Okay, like I said, you could see, his triceps are a little bit not as big as they used to be, and his legs are a little bit undersized. But for 50-something years old, this guy, I mean, look at that Christmas. He was chiseled. Look at that Christmas tree, his hamstrings, his glutes. I mean, that rear double bi, for me, that won it all. That rear double bi is next level. I mean, he blew everybody away with that rear double bi. That just his conditioning and his shape is what really brought him to the winner's circle. He was phenomenal. So let's see the rest of his Max Charles. He took 2nd. Now, Max Charles had a poor outing at this year's New York Pro. And believe me, I've been critical, but he made a lot of advancements. I mean, he came in really, really hard here. And his problem is never his midsection or his front poses. His problem is always his back poses. And he definitely made some improvements on his back poses. His back came in really, really diced. It came in really, really detailed. Now, it's not as big as Phil Clahar's, but he really did make a difference. Even his glutes were much better. And then look from here, you could see his rear double bi much, much improved from the New York Pro. Now, okay, compared to today's Open guys, no, right? No, but these guys are over 40, over 45, some of them are over 50, right? So you gotta give them some slack. But for this age bracket, these guys look good. They were all business. These guys, like Max Charles, knew that he had a bad outing, and he wanted to make a statement, which he certainly did. Because he came in 2nd. Now, of course, I am going to be a little biased, but I'm going to put away my emotions because Phil Clahar is my boy. We actually are becoming very good friends. We talk almost every day. He came in 3rd. Now, his size, massive. His conditioning is massive. Where KAMAL exposes him is his shape, because KAMAL, for a small guy, has great shape. Now, in Phil's defense, he actually created a post right after this, and he was sick before he traveled to Romania, and he had to go to the hospital and get antibiotics. I believe he had an infection in his leg, if I'm not mistaken. I'm pretty sure it was his leg. Let me take a look, because he tagged me on this, right? And even with the antibiotics and traveling, insane hours to get to Romania, he still looked good. But you could tell from these back shots, this is not the Phil from Orlando, but he still took 3rd. And that's saying a lot, being sick, right? So Let me see. I'm pretty sure that he tagged me. And yes, okay. So he tagged me and he actually said that it was a great show. We battled our butts off. Steve Weinberg told me to post this picture. It was 10 days ago. I was in the hospital on the strongest antibiotics we can have due to deadly infection in my leg. You can see the difference. My wife didn't want me to do the show because she saw how worn out the antibiotics had me and what a long trip we had to go. But I'm stubborn and I never want to quit. And I came all this way with all sorts of delays and mishaps. My last dose of antibiotics was 4 days ago. And the guy still came in third and a pretty solid lineup, right? But it doesn't matter because he's going to go on to the Olympia and he's going to be much better. He's going to be over his sickness, his infection, and so on and so forth. And he's going to do probably much better. Well, listen, is he going to do much better? Is he going to come in third at the Olympia? No, but he's going to be a better version of him at the Olympia from here. That being said, he still looked phenomenal. The guy is, I think he's going to be 50. He's 49. He still looked incredible. Okay. Number four was Fred Smalls. Let's see if we could find Fred Smalls, because Fred, I have to say, if we could zoom in here a little bit on Fred, he clearly had the best legs. Look at the sweep. I mean, him and Phil, right? Him and Phil had the best legs, but look at the quad sweep on him. You know, Max doesn't have it. Kamal doesn't have it. Ken Jackson certainly doesn't have it. But he had a tremendous quad sweep on him, and his back came in chiseled. I think he just lacked, a little bit of size, and he has some kind of chest tear or something to that effect. Let's see if this. Oh, these are the top three. Here is Kamal. Is Kamal, right? And then here is there's Max, and here is. But let us go to Fred, because Fred, Biggie Smalls, he has some kind of chest tear or something. You could see it here. See, I don't know if it's a tear or if it's an injury. I really don't know. That might have held him back a little bit, right? And this was him in Tampa. Now, this is what I mean by his legs. His legs looked great. And when he did the Tampa Masters, I mean, his legs looked just as good, but he was probably not as dry in Tampa as he was in the Masters Olympia. But that being said, I mean, this is a guy who grew into his body. He was doing nothing a year ago. Like, he was like, retired, and then he was like, let me try the Masters Olympia, and he grew into this. That's saying something. If I were him, if he's healthy, I would continue doing a couple of shows, see how well you could do. I mean, throw yourself in, maybe the Legion or something like that. Why the hell not? I mean, you look fantastic. But then again, it's up to him. I don't know what he put his body through. These guys are in there, over 40, over 50, so on and so forth. It's completely up to them. Now, let's go back to Ferdinando. Here we go. Because yesterday was 212. And Hide Yamachapa, I can't pronounce his name. I'm not Japanese. I really don't know. But Hide wins. Okay. Hide wins the 212. He obviously came in diced. Oh, here's the 212 completely. But he came in diced, Hide. Let's see the rest of the 212. A lot of these guys I really don't know. Oh, there's David Henry. He's not the same David Henry. His stomach is a little distended. He always had a problem with his legs. His legs are still a little downsized. But Hide, I have no idea who that is. It's another Asian gentleman, no clue. I don't keep up with the 212, especially Masters 212, as much as I should. But Hide wins. But I want to show you something. Okay. Oh, well, this is his Hide. Okay. Here he is. And he looked great for, I don't know how old he is. Okay. But here, Ferdinando put this up. Now, here is Hide in his prime, and here he is now. Okay, so that's what I mean. I mean, for these guys' age groups, they look amazing. Okay, compared to their prime self, no. I think a lot of these guys just love competing and miss it, and they go, you know what? I'm going to be competing against people like me, my age, and I could probably do well against them. Now, if I were Hide, now he has the ticket to go to the Olympia. If he wants to do the Olympia, go right ahead. I don't know what his financial situation is. I don't know what his health situation is. I have no idea. That being said, if I were Hide, I would walk into the sunset with this win and walk out a winner, because this is a tremendous victory for him, this 212 Masters Olympia. You know, you have an O on your resume now, and that says a lot. But a lot of times it's like that movie, you know, was it Rocky Balboa? I got a lot of stuff in the basement. These guys can't quit. And that's fine too. But just make sure that you're healthy. For me, I'd take a walk into the sunset, do some interviews, do some endorsements. You know, I know him and Iris are a power couple now. Do what you guys got to do. And but that being said, a tremendous performance by these guys. Did I miss anybody else? Okay. Oh, okay. Classic Physique, which I don't really normally cover. The winner of the Classic Physique was this guy. I don't know. I just know this guy because his head is tilted all the time. That's how I know who he is. His head is cockeyed. His head's cockeyed all the time. I don't know why. He must have some kind of problem. But if you covered his head somehow, he would look phenomenal. Just cockeyed. But anyway, he looked incredible. I mean, this guy could compete in an open Classic Physique and do very well. He looked incredible. What was his name? What the hell is the guy's name? I don't even remember what the guy's name is. Let's see if we could find his friggin' name. And if I can't figure it out, that means I'm an asshole. And see if you could just put his name in the comment section. I don't remember. I don't know. I don't remember who these guys are. I mean, but he looked tremendous, absolutely tremendous. All right. That being said, I did not make a prediction on this because I was still licking my wounds from the last ass whooping I got. But the next show, which is the Italy show, I will be making predictions, and I will be doing a preview with a friend of mine, Ian Hedek. He's coming on with me, and we're going to do a preview of the Italy show that's coming up September 9th and 10th. And I will be making predictions back to my old self. Hopefully, you know, my crystal ball works. And that's it. Now, remember, like, subscribe, and share, and become part of that goddamn series and still in this bodybuilding family.